Hey gang, Ronan here. Welcome on back to the Cade and another edition of our one-day playthroughs. Apologies that this one's coming out a little bit later than usual. Long story short, I had quite a bit of computer trouble over the last week or so, where essentially I had to replace all the RAM in my PC. I had two 16 gig RAM sticks. One of them decided to go kaput on me, and rather than just get one of the same brand, I ended up getting brand new ones. Trade-off was I got 4 instead of 2, so now this beast runs on 64 gigs rather than 32, so I think we've got more than enough juice to handle this week's entry, which we're going to go back to 1987 and play one of my favorite games for the Nintendo Entertainment System, a game that you can beat, honestly, not even in a full day. You can beat it in less than 45 minutes. I've seen some people do it on the mighty YouTube. We are going to play Wizards and Warriors. Now, I go into this game with, if you've been watching my channel as long enough to know, and hopefully you've been playing or following along with my first time playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered, I am a man of many a theory. And I have a theory in regards to this game in that you can trace the lineage of what led to FromSoft coming up with Dark Souls all the way back to games of the 1980s like Wizards and Warriors. Now, obviously, with some exceptions. This is not a open world game or a sandbox game, whereas Dark Souls obviously is. Yes, they're both fantasy games. Yes, they both involve knights and monsters and things like that. But I hope to show over the next half an hour or so as we go through this game that it is one where you can get through it and you'll find a lot of commonalities between the two. So as this game starts out, you are a knight named Kuros, and you have to go and save the princess of the kingdom of Elrond. I like the character in the Lord of the Rings series, from a evil wizard named Malkil. Now, none of this should come across as being anything new to people who follow high fantasy or games like this. There's a million games like this that have been made all the time. But this game had a little something extra in it that really got a lot of people's attention back in the day. The first thing is that it's one of the first games that I knew of where you had unlimited continues. So in some respects, it's not that much different than the ideas in Dark Souls where you play an immortal warrior who is trying to make decisions that could impact... Whoa, I don't want to go that way. I didn't want to go that way. Oof, I hit the ground hard. But can impact the whole world. Now, in this game, the currency that you need to really pay attention to are gems. Gems are essentially, in keeping with this parable, or this analogy, they are the souls of this game. Gems allow you to unlock certain areas, specifically things that allow you access to boss battles. So as you may have seen when I got back to the top of this level, there was a knight guarding an opening to a big tree, and I have to pay him 100 gems in order to be able to get in there so I can then go take on the boss on this level. And as you can see, there are gems that are strewn about everywhere. So they're not entirely hard to come by. I want to go back out. Ah! Oh, and I died. But I want to be able to get that chest, and I should start right here, and I get more gems. So that beeping you heard was I managed to unlock a clock that basically paused the world for 5 seconds and then thereby allowed me there we go, to move freely. The reason why I can move right now is I got a potion. Now what I need is that red key that was way over there on the left. So there are 3 keys that you need to get. You need to get a pink key, a red key, and a blue key. And I have the Boots of Force. Can't get up to get that just yet. Now the problem is if I die, and whoop, didn't want to do that. There we go. Before I lose all, or before I pay off the knight to be able to get access to where the boss is, then I will lose all my gems and I'm going to have to start over. So, like in Dark Souls, there is quite a bit of backtracking that you have to do in this game. And sometimes it does come down to the smallest details. Like being able to navigate through with Kuros, he doesn't have a whole lot of controls that you need to worry about, but he can be a bit clunky at times. Ah, I missed the door. I missed the key again. Damn it. There is a couple of key items that you can get later on in this game. And I'm about to die again. I don't think I'm going to... Yep, game over, so I can hit any key to continue. And actually, I keep my gems. So I, for some reason, thought that that reset along with the score. So that's a bit of help. There we go. Ah! You get so close to that damn key, and it's right there. And you need it. Oh, I needed that, a big one. Like, one of the things you will pick up later on in the game is you will get a potion of levitation. And that makes jumping and navigating stuff a lot easier. You also get things like a feather that controls the rate at which you fall. That's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Damn it. Close the door. And I died right here. Ah. There we go, I finally got the damn key. And I got a bunch more gems. Now, getting the potions is helpful because they can make you temporarily invincible to specific types of damage from specific creatures. But each level has a boss that, once you get past them, you will rescue a damsel in distress and get a big monetary bonus, point bonus for doing so. I hate this one because trying to navigate this particular tree is super annoying. Up here, we're almost to the door, and we're out. So now we have the 100 that we paid. And now if we wanted to, we could go down and take out the boss. But I have died. Want is I want to be able to get up there and get that. Whoop. Get that gem, or get those gems, or whatever is up there. But I don't think it's gonna let me. Alright, well, down we go. We get the dagger of throwing, which will be very helpful. So now when we hit A, and I died here. So now we're at the boss. And the bosses in this game aren't ginormously hard. It's like most stuff for them today. You just have to deal with pattern recognition and knowing what is where. If you take them out, you get the horde of goodies. And now we rescue this first damsel, who is Lucinda, the distressed damsel. And now we move on to Area 2. key. Get the meat. And we get more gems. So in all, this game is not ridiculously complicated. It can just be, it can be fairly difficult at times. But also not unlike Dark Souls, that difficulty gives you a chance to do a lot of experimenting and a lot of testing to see what will work and what doesn't. Like, this potion keeps coming back, and I know I can get over here. It's just a matter of timing it right and getting this jump so I can get over this section. Ah! And I just keep missing it. I'm either right a second too early or I'm a second too late. But then it keeps sliding me down. Missing. Alright, I've had enough messing around over here. Let's move on somewhere else, shall we? Let's get more gems. Meat. Greasy, drippy meat. The funny thing about this game also is that when it came out, the reviews were fairly good. It got a, it got a 4 out of 5 stars. In the publications of the time. Now granted, video game publications were not quite the same as what they are now. But it is one that a lot of reviews touted the fact that the game did not, the difficulty curve was such that even because you had unlimited playthrough or unlimited continues, it didn't become so frustrating that it rendered the game unplayable. And in a lot of ways, it outshined a lot of its contemporaries because it didn't try and do too much. And what I mean by that is it would be very easy for this game to try and go out of its way to be super challenging. But then again, nobody would really want to spend the time to play it. But this is a game that even I could pick up every so often, every couple of months or whatever, and sit around and try it out. Now, I grant you, because it has been a really long time since I played it, as evidenced by the fact that I'm running around not really able to get to where I want to go. Ah, that's what I need to do. So, I need to back up here, get that pink potion, and get over to where the key is. No! Damn it. Not what I wanted you to do. And damn it, that is the problem with Kuros, is that he gets right to the edge and you think you got the right angle by which to jump, and then you try it and you float. There we go. Alright, so we got enough gems that we can get by the guard. Except I'm gonna die here. Get up here and get what's in this chest, which is the Shield of Protection. And now I can fend off those fireballs and things that come at me a lot easier. But what I need is I need to go and get find the pink key. And there's the potion of levitation. That's what I need. So now, if I hold up, I can essentially do an elevated double jump. So now I'm in a lot better position than I was before. And now I come down here because there was a door down here that I missed that I couldn't get into before because I didn't have the right key. And I've discovered more gems. And there's the pink key. And I can stock up on gems galore here. That's almost like something out of Mario Brothers. And I'm rolling in gems now. I got 199 of them. Now I can come in here, and I die right away. But I'm at the boss, so in this one, it's all bats. So I just basically want to kite these ones over until I get to the biggin. big one. Oh, except I died. Now I'm gonna have to go through these all again. I am. But I love just being able to do this jump attack where all they do is just run into the sword and that kills them. Alright, Chauncey, where are you? Ah, he killed me again. That dagger's not doing as much damage as I hoped it would do. Now I got a problem because the big aim is going to likely do a lot more damage and I can only take one big hit. Yep, and I got hit once. Alright, let's see if I can take this bat out. Because we're almost at a half an hour. Swine. Alright, let's follow the figure eight. Take out the spirits, and it's finally dead. And now we have rescued Esmeralda, the distressed damsel. We get 10,000 points. And really, this is the game in a nutshell. So it is a matter of making it through each progressive level and then as you go, unlocking new stuff. So, for example, in here, that's the pink key I needed. Now we got gems, and I need bubbles to get up, back up to the door. So now we can come out here. And it's just a matter of finding, different enemies and moving on to different areas, finding the keys, unlocking stuff, and then getting to the bosses and going from there. I didn't want to go up that one. I didn't want to get hit and go back down. There we go. I'm gonna die right here. So we go back to our standard 2 questions. Is this a good game? I would say, yeah, for its time, it was a game that flew under a lot of people's radar, if I'm honest. And then over the ensuing 35 plus years, it's actually become a game that has been reassessed, reevaluated, and they've come up with the idea that actually it had a lot more going for it than people gave it credit for. Now, does that mean it's a great game? I wouldn't necessarily say so, but it had a lot more going for it than people realized. Is it a game they could make nowadays? Absolutely. Would they make it as a 2D platformer? Probably not, but, I mean, again, look no further than Dark Souls as an example of a game that you could make that reflects this point in gaming history and has a lot of the same things going for it, and also gives you that sense of fun and things that you wouldn't normally see in a conventional role-playing game. And also, I wouldn't even call this necessarily a role-playing game. This is more of an action game. It's a platforming game. That doesn't mean it's bad. But there's a lot of things that are in here that are stuff that, it's got a lot of built-in secrets to it that you wouldn't be able to find in most areas without things like, playthroughs and what have you. So, if it's a game you've never tried, then I would say by all means give it a whirl and let me know what you think. It's not a super difficult game to find. You can play it on, I'm playing it on the Messen emulator, which is a free emulator. It's easy to download. I believe it's been reissued on a couple of next-gen systems. I don't know if it's on any of them currently. But if you're looking for stuff that has that old-fashioned, gaming appeal of a classic RPG fantasy platformer, then this might be one you want. I've never actually played the sequels, so I don't know if they're any better. I know Iron Sword, which was Wizards and Warriors 2, followed the exact same graphical style. So if you go from one to the other, then you wouldn't be missing much. But again, this is a game you can beat in a couple of hours if you really put the time and effort into playing it. There's, I believe, 8 levels to go through, and as you've seen through most of it, it's just a matter of exploring it, finding the keys, getting the items, unlocking the doors, beating the boss, move on to the next level, which is not too different or dissimilar from modern AAA role-playing games, really. You have to find objects, you have to unsolve puzzles, and you've got to go beat bosses. So, again, this is our one-day playthrough for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, best way to show it, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, ring the bell to be notified of the latest content. As promised, we will have WTF Wednesday coming up tomorrow. I know I've been lax on getting that done. I do make serious apologies for that. Kind of things outside of control of the Retrocade have gotten in the way of me making more content as of late, and I've just had to pick my battles where I could. You start of a new year, work obligation, things of that nature. So, but we will have that coming up as well. And as always, be sure to follow along with our first time playthrough of the original Dark Souls remastered version. We are closing in on episode 40 in that series, and we are, I'd say, at least 3/4 of the way through it. So, the end is definitely in sight, I think. If I had to guess, if we go to, I think we may have up to episode 50, but I don't want to sell it short. So, but again, that's been a lot of fun to put together. And then once that is done, we will be bringing back Sports Saturday and Sucker Punch Sunday as our usual weekend fare. Also follow us on social media through Instagram and Threads at Ronan's Retrocade. Help spread the word about us so we can continue to build our subscriber base and this community. Again, it's all about celebrating classic games from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generation from about 1984 to about 2010. Granted, Dark Souls is the exception that proves the rule, but my channel, I get to make those rules. So, as always, if there's a game you would like to see us feature from the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Master System, Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, SNK Neo-Geo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, or PlayStation 2, leave it in the comments below or drop me a line on social media. It can be any game from those consoles you want, guys. Best I can do is give you a fair assessment of them and let you know what I think. And in the meantime, my name is Ronan. It's been great to spend this time with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming. Happy February, by the way, and we will talk to you again for WTF Wednesday tomorrow. Bye!